Hey everyone, welcome back to the Empire Build Academy. I am Fabian, and today I've got the best ground generals on Evony 2025. So welcome back to the channel. I am Fabian. Yesterday I did the siege generals on Evony, where I listed the top 10 different generals for siege, as well as the best pairings. And today I'm doing exactly the same thing, but this time for the ground generals. If you are new to my channel, I do all things mobile war strategy games like Evony that I'm doing in this video, but also Rise of Kingdoms, Guns of Glory. I'm also going to be jumping into a few of the newer games as well. You can also check out my website, which is empirebuildacademy.com, and you will find all my different guides on there. I'm actually doing a little bit of an overview of this, where I'm just going to try and make it more user-friendly for everyone to use. But you've got all my guides on there for Evony, Game of Thrones, Rise of Kingdoms, a whole lot more, and I will be jumping in and doing a lot more on that as well. I'll also do some work on the Tiba blog, where I will be posting all different things. You can see my best siege generals that I did yesterday is on there, alongside the Evony updates, and also the Revelation of Horus event. That's relevant because that is going on right now, and if you was to click into the Revelation of Horus event on my website, you would get all the answers that you need for that. And I've done it in two formats. I've done it in a table as well as a text version as well. But let's get back to the best ground generals on Evony 2025. And like I say, continuing like it was yesterday, we have in 10th place Frigg, and you can see her total skills are 358.8% for the attack, 360 for the defense, 390.6% HP, and her march size is 25%. And you can also see on this that I broke down where those buffs come from, and this particular video, like my siege one, will be replicated and added to my blog post on empirebuildacademy.com if that's the way you prefer to read them. In 9th place we've got Suchet, and Suchet is giving us a total attack buff of 417.6%. his defense is 318.4%, and his HP is 404%, with a decent march size there of 29% as well. Moving on to 8th, and we have Miltiades, fairly new to the game, and his total attack is 409.6%. His defense is 354.2%. His HP is 387.8%, and for a march size, he's got 26% added to that. And again, you can see where they all come from, including the skills, specialities, covenant and skill book. Let's move on to 7th, and this is Totila. He is giving us 409.8% on the attack. Defense is giving us 378.2%. HP 366.2%, and a march size of 26%. Moving along now on to Zhang Fei, and Zhang Fei is giving us 430.4% on the attack, so a little bit of an increase there. Defense 349.2%, HP 377.6%, and also march size 30%. I know Zhang Fei is a decent option for many people, and we are going to move on to the top 5. But before I do that, let me please ask you to support this channel, Empire Build Academy. Like I say, if you are new to this, subscribing and liking this video really does help me get out in the algorithms on YouTube. It's not always easy, so doing that definitely helps support. So I mentioned on yesterday's video, and I will do the same on this one as well, I was talking about how we can obtain these generals. And the one thing to be aware of, I'm just going to jump across now to the Evony game. So here it is. And what I was talking about was how you can obtain these generals. So Zhang Fei was the last one that we looked at, and I'm just going to show you now. If I go into the general tokens, so I'm just going to show you mine, and you can see that I have 6 of the glory ones. So that's the ones where I've actually paid. So I've bought 2 packs there, the £100 packs, and I've got 6 of those tokens from there. I've also got 2 of the epic historic generals, just the normal one, and then the one that's more common, the premium general, which you can get from events and things like this. I've currently got 52. So that's giving me a total of 60 tokens. But what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to use all them in one go, and I'm going to explain the reason why I'm going to use them all in one go right now for you. So using Zhang Fei as an example, if we go into detail on this and we have a look at the chance details, and we go and have a look for Zhang Fei, and he's probably going to be down the bottom because he's fairly new, and you can see his percentage chance of coming out is 0.88% alongside everyone else. But the funny thing is, the new general, which is Gonzalo, he's just recently come out. What Evony do is they always put the most recent general as the highest percentage to come out. So you can see Gonzalo is a 17.54% chance on those premium tokens, and everything else is 0.88. And it's the same with the glory ones as well. So let's just go into that now, and we'll go into the historic general summoning. And if we have a look at the reward list and the chance details, again, you can see Gonzalo's top there, 17.5%, although there is a better chance to receive other different generals in there. But Zhang Fei isn't going to be one of them because they haven't included him. It's quite random on who is included in these things. We've got Baldwin, he's available, 2.5%. But like I say, if you were literally trying to chase after Zhang Fei, it would be pointless because he's not coming out on that particular token. The only one he's coming out on is the premium ones, and then also the standard one, which I'll have a look at right now for you. So this is the standard one, and if we again look at the chance details, you can see Gonzalo, 9.52%. He's the new general that's just been added. And if we go down, all the way down, you can see 0.48% for everyone else, including Zhang Fei, who will be down at the bottom with his 0.48% there. So the best way to get generals, and it doesn't matter if you're a payer or free to play, the best way to get a general is save your tokens. That is the advice. That is what you should be doing. And in terms of how many you need, it's quite a grey area. If you had a little bit of luck on the premium general tokens, you could obtain in 50 or 60. I do think if you are going to do this, then you're better off saving until you've got 80, because even if you do get them in 50, you're already 30 ahead for the next general. So this time I'm trying to get someone who's going to be a decent wall general, and once I've done that, if I get that in 50 or so attempts, I'm already going to be 30 ahead for getting a ranged general, which is something I think I need to improve on, or ranged or siege, I'm not sure yet. But you can understand what I'm saying in saving those tokens. It's pointless using 3 at a time, 4 at a time, 5 at a time, even 10, 20, 30. There's no point because the percentage chances are only decent to the new general that's come out. And it's always worth checking what those percentage chances are. If you're chasing Zhang Fei, if you've only got a couple of copies of him, you're unlikely to... You're going to have to be spending thousands to even consider getting him to a decent ascended star level. So rather than do that, the best option is save your tokens and do it on a new general once they've been released. If you're going after a ranged, wait for a ranged general, get 70, 80 of these premium general tokens and do it that way. Okay, so now let's go back to the best going generals, and we've got the top 5 now, and in 5th place we've got Lucilla, and her attack is 443.6%, her defense is 371%, HP there of 387.2, and march size of 28%. Obviously, you do need to be aware this is based on max stats, so this is taking into consideration that we've got everything to its maximum. This would be what Lucilla's buffs would be. In 4th place, we have Maria Carolina, and her attack is 446.8%. She has defense of 343.2%. She's got HP of 414.8 and a march size of 28. And the top 3 going into there, they're all going to be relatively new to the game. In 3rd place is Charles V. He has an attack of 447.6%, a defense of 413%, and a HP of 376.6%. 28.4. March size, okay, 28%. So going into the last two, I would like to know in the comments what you have got and how do you go about ascending your people. Are you doing it the same as me in keeping those tokens and waiting until you've got enough to open it all in one go? Or is it something that you haven't done before? Let me know in the comments. Number 2, Narcissus. Attack, 451.4%. That's pretty decent. Defense, 386.2. HP, 413.2. And a very decent March size of 35%. So I can imagine that a lot of people probably have Narcissus, especially the payers for their Grand General. And the newest one, literally released last time out before Gonzalo, in first place is Alexander Hamilton, and he has an attack buff of 459.6, defense 409, HP 394.2, and a March size of 30%. I do think Narcissus is definitely a decent option though, with those buffs for March size. So do let me know actually which one are you using, who are you using, and more importantly, who are you pairing them with. Let's go and have a look at some of these grand pairings. And this is from 20th to 11th. You can see we've got Charles and Maria Carolina in 20th. I won't read them all out, but you can see what their total buff percentage together is. You do see Maria Carolina coming out a few times, so if you do have her, she's definitely a strong option. And that goes all the way up to 11th, where we've got Alexander Hamilton and Frigg. And for the best ground generals top 10 pairings, you can see Alexander Hamilton is quite popular in this list, especially leading the army as well. And Narcissus doesn't actually appear that much, actually. I thought he would have appeared a bit more. If you're wondering where I got this from, these are easily sourced spreadsheets that you can find online. There are many different guides and many different websites where you can go and find out that information. But the top pairing would be Alexander Hamilton and Narcissus. They would give you an attack of 609%, a defense of 529%, and a HP of 548, which would give you a total buff of 1686. So that is it for the ground generals. Tomorrow I'm going to do the mounted, and then the following day I will do the ranged. And like I say, what I also want to mention as well, going back to this website, if I go and have a look actually at Evony and how I've done things previously, this is a work in progress. This is something that, you know, I can only do when I've got spare time to be able to do. But if I go into the heroes guides and we go and have a look at how I've done this, you can see that I've put all the different generals in here, and let's just use any of these as an example. We'll use Andre Messina as an example. Now, the way I'd actually got this listed is I would put the different things there, the different buffs. I was saying who they can be paired with and things like that. But actually, since making these new ones and having them like that, I think that would be a better option for each of the generals. So what I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks is I'm going to work through, again when I have time, to produce one of these style images with all the stats that you've got there for every single one of those generals. So when I go back to the website, instead of it being those top pictures, what I will have right at the top will be an image of Messina, but done in this style. Do let me know if that would be something that would be beneficial to you. Do you think it's a good idea? I don't want to go and do this on 300 odd generals and find out actually no one uses it like that. So do let me know, give me your feedback, and maybe there's even something that I've missed there that you think could be very important to add on this as well. But as for the best ground generals on Evony, that is the end of this video. Alexander Hamilton was the person who came out top. He's literally been recently released. Like I say, Narcissus with that 35%, I would imagine he would be very popular as well. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do subscribe to my channel. It really does genuinely help. And I will see you in that mounted version of this in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.